Yo! Welcome back, everyone. It's your boy ABC, bringing you another episode of Pogo Bros. We just had GoFest Global over the weekend, and I hope everyone had a fantastic GoFest, catching all the shinies, all the event Pokemon that your heart can handle. But more importantly, hopefully you got Crown Zacian and Crown Zamazenta, because it is the new meta of Open Master League. There's nothing we can do about it. You're either with the times or you're not. Fortunately for me, I only got a Crown Zacian. I didn't get a Zamazenta that's worth crowning. I don't even have enough candy to max it out, so I guess I'm kind of behind the curve, one would think. But a few weeks ago, actually, I thought about this team. I was thinking about the move updates and what we can do to counter the new meta, because I knew people were going to be putting double Zacian or double Crown Zacian and Zamazenta in the back, and then something else that's just really strong, and they're just gonna, run the table with it. But I finally had the chance to put this team together, and I think I got it just right. So I'm here to share it with you all. I think this is a team that can break the meta of Master League, and you can go as far as you need to with it. And only you guys know about it. That's the thing with being a small channel. If Yonkers puts out a team, Origin Palkia, double crown in the back, everyone uses it. And I've been seeing it everywhere. But if I tell you this team and you try it out, you believe in me, no one else is going to know about it. It's going to be our little secret. So anyways, here it is. Garchomp, Crown Zacian, and Gholdengo in the back with Power Gem. A move that I got in this season's update. It core breaks the entire Master League, and it's kind of a longer video, as you can see, but I want to give you as many reasons as possible to convince you that this is the team to use. And you can go ahead and tell your friends about this team. Tell them you got it from Beebs. I wouldn't be too upset if you did that. But let me give you some very simple math to drive the point home. You're gonna get a lot of Crown Zacians, a lot of Crown Zamazentas. So you're going to have a lot of Ho-Ohs to counter those, as well as a lot of Rhyperiors. And these four Pokemon are what we're looking after. And that's why we got Garchomp in there for the Rhyperiors and the Ho-Ohs. But then we also got Save Swap, Gholdengo. And with Power Gem, it's the Swiss Army knife of the Master League now. You're going to see why. We're going to let these battles do the talking though. Alright, on your mark, get set, let's go. Alright, look at that. We got Origin Palkia in the lead. This first match, we were still figuring things out, so we save swapped the Zacian. That wasn't a good idea, because they hard punish now with the Kyogre. Our Metal Claws are doing resisted damage, but we do build up to the double close combat here, and that still does a lot of damage. So we're going to get a shield if the opponent wants to keep switch advantage here. Yes, they do. They take us out. They have a lot of energy. So we're just going to come straight in with that Garchomp here. And we're going to shield once here, I would imagine. Yes, we do. Yeah, it's a Surf. We were just making sure we didn't get Blizzarded. We farmed them down. We have a lot of energy now, so what we can do is we can go for this nuke here. Opponent respects it, but now we go in with the Gholdengo. And the opponent goes straight into their Kyurem. And this is also why we have Power Gem. Check it out. Look at that damage. Now we can farm here. We can shield up whatever the opponent throws here. Yep, Fusion Bolt. And we can overfarm a little bit because we are resisting those Dragon Tails, and we nearly double up on the Power Gem. So that's going to take it out. And then now we come in here, the opponent throws a move, and it's only an Aqua... Oh, the Aqua Tail still takes us out. So it's a race here to the move, and we get there. The opponent had to expend their energy against us. They couldn't overfarm, and we get to that outrage for the boom. GG's. Alright, another Origin Palkia in the lead. I'm telling you, this team is everywhere, or Palkia is everywhere in the lead. This time we save swap the Gholdengo, and they've got that Crown Zacian in the back, so this is why we're doing this the way we are. We shielded the Behemoth Blade, that still does a lot of damage. We want to preserve that health. We were still kind of figuring out the team at this point. We certainly could have taken it. We get that Shadow Ball off, and the opponent is low on HP. We are resisting the Metal Claws. They might have thrown on alignment there too. In fact, we're going to double shield We were going to go for that farm down, and they got the zamazenta in the back, and we have all this energy here. We resist the Ice Fangs. We actually decided to switch out into the Zacian because this is a very good matchup for us. The opponent doesn't do much damage with those behemoth bashes, so we're able to overfarm here, and we're going to be able to take them out with this close combat. And then now we have some residual energy for when the palkia comes back in. The opponent throws their Aqua Tail, and it does take us out because we are double debuffed. But the opponent is empty on energy, so now we can come in with this Garchomp here, farm up, and then we're gonna switch and throw this energy here to force. We're trying to catch the Spatial Wren, but we still get that Shadow Ball off. Nearly takes it out, and we farm down the Zacian, and now the opponent has to throw energy here in order to prevent us from taking them out. And we have the Earth Power ready to go. No bubbles needed. Let's go. See what I'm telling you guys? That's Yonkers' team right there. Get it out of here. Alright. And also we have Mudshot on the Garchomp precisely for the crown forms here, because we are doing super effective with them as opposed to the triple resisted Dragon Tail option. So it's the way to go here. Kind of hurts in the Ho-Oh matchup, but we do resist those Incinerates, so it all works out. And of course, as you've seen in the last video here, when you have the Palkia lined up on your Zacian, you're going to take those Aqua Tails before you throw any charge, before you throw any close combats here. So that way you can tank a few, just like we did there. We got some residual energy now with the Zacian coming back in. And we're going to go for this Behemoth Blade right here. See what the opponent wants to do. They shield that up, and we go straight into our Gholdengo here. And the opponent's walled. Whatever they throw, we resist. Yep, look at that. Close combat does nothing. Shadow Ball, they have to shield now because they debuff themselves. Now we're going to finally start using shields here. Yeah, the opponent is now throwing a Behemoth Blade. Interesting. I think they recognize, you know, what's going on here. Yep, Zacian's gone. They got Zamazenta in the back. They just top left. GG's. Man, this thing is awesome. One of the tougher leads here is Groudon, so this one's kind of a team effort here. We're going to build up to the Outrage and go for the Earth Power. They let it through, so now, let me call it. Yeah, let's go. And at this point now, we've done enough chip damage to where we do shield the Precipice Blades, to where I'm just kind of comfortable double shielding this thing, farming it down. That's alright. Now we got all the energy here, and they got a Zacian, where this energy is going to go in so nicely. Behemoth Blade does massive damage. We can go ahead and get to a close combat before they even get to their first move. So we can get that switch out now, clear the debuff, and we're absorbing all this energy. In this meta, Gholdengo's like a third and fourth shield. Oh, and they got a Florges in the back. They are totally core broken by the Gimmighoul, or the Gholdengo. We got that Pokemon 9th birthday event where Shiny Gimmighoul is out, so that's kind of on the mind right now. Yo, shout out Sun King 618 for the event ticket. You a real one for that. Alright. We eat that Moonblast like it's nothing. Zacian comes back in. We got a little something for you. Got that last shield. And now we can farm it down. GG's. Oh, we got Togekiss in the lead. Very bad. This is why we got the save swap here. Oh boy. Do they respect it? No! Look at that. Oh yeah, let's go. We'll shield it once. I'm not worried about it. We farm them down before that last Incinerate registers. Look at that. Flip and switch with a Steel type. That's why we have Power Gem. And they come in with a Giratina. Oh man. Crazy. They know their counts though. Shout out to this opponent. I would have shielded. I don't know any better. I don't know Gholdengo counts. And then they got that Togekiss coming back in. We've got the dream matchup here. Look at that. We're gonna go ahead and get this move off before they throw off their flamethrower. We get that last shield. Opponent really wants to take our last shield. We have no problem obliging. They full send the flamethrower. We're gonna get this farm down here. Let's go. Comes back in now with the Giratina. We got a move ready for you. We might have even denied them at this point. We could have we could have farmed them down with the Metal Claw, but I was kind of having fun with this opponent because they had a Togekiss in there, and it's like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? We undercharged just so we can mud-shot them down for the win. GG's. Ho-Oh in the lead now. And this is why we had the Garchomp in there, because we are resisting the Incinerates. Opponent didn't want to throw, so we're going to go ahead and get some damage off right away. They do let it through, which is nice. And let's see what we want to do here. Do they bait? They do, and we call it. Let's go. Our attack does fall, which is fine, because we're able to get to this next move before they throw. So we're either getting a shield or taking them out. They choose to let it go. And now they come in with a Zygarde here. And before we get taken out, I wanted to get off this move. I didn't want to give them switch because I'd rather have the Zacian on this for sure, because we triple resist them. Dragon Tails, I don't want to take an Earthquake to the face, so we shield it up. Throwing on good timing here. We're looking really good. Get this Behemoth Blade off. That does massive damage, at least for Zygarde standards. It's a very beefy Pokemon. For science, I wanted to see how much this does. Yeah, I'm shielding up the next one. But they have a Zacian in the back, so it's fine that we didn't shield that because we can get this move off. And then we got the Gholdengo, and the opponent has nothing that they can do. They may not even know it yet. Throwing on bad time and giving us an extra Hex, thank you. See, we eat up that Behemoth Blade, let's go. We're nearly at the double Shadow Ball, so this is fantastic. We go for a little cute bait here. Technically it is a bait since it's less energy. They give us that shield, kind of funny. Opponent probably doesn't feel too smart. We farm them down. Then we go for this little BM right here. Power Gem taking out the Zacian. Let's go. Alright. Now we got Dongwing's Necrozma in there. We're gonna save swap. Yeah. Oh, they actually shield this one. Okay. Look at us though, tanking those Incinerates. Look at that. We get to a second one here. And they let that one through. Let's go. And it didn't take them out. And we hex them down. Let's go. Flipping switch anyways. Let's go. At this point now, we're going to come in with the Zacian here. And then they come in with their Necrozma. So giving us an energy lead, we're going to definitely go for this Behemoth Blade here, doing massive damage. And we're going to absorb the move here on the Garchomp. No, we're going to shield the Moongeist Fiend because it does crazy damage. But now we have a little bit of energy lead going into this Zacian now, and they don't want to take these Earth Powers, and they recognize that, so they shield it. But unfortunately for them, we still got a shield because Gholdengo just did such a great job in the mid game. They can take us out with Play Rough. I didn't even know that they had it. That's kind of the spicier moveset on Zacian these days. Usually it's going to be close combat, Behemoth Blade. We're going to safely shield that up. We could have went for the close combat, but we're taking them out with the signature move. Let's go. See, Gholdengo in the save swap is goated. That's the move, guys. Hope you're seeing it now. How y'all doing out there? I know it's a long video, so just checking up on you guys. I ain't forgot about you. We do shield up the Precipice Blades with this Groudon. Palkia coming in. We do get to that Outrage. I was debating whether to switch out. We get the move off, we get the shield here. And now we can go for the nice little, what we did before. Just farm up to the double. Take these Aqua Tails. We certainly can. We can tank 3 of them before the next one takes us out. I kind of wanted to save some health just in case they let it through, which they do, and then they do survive on minimal HP. We're gonna let it go because we definitely could use a little bit of an energy lead on the Gholdengo. That Hex will go a long way with that Groudon still in there. And we're just gonna go straight for the Power Gem here. Opponent shields regardless, which is fantastic. Now we come in with the Garchomp. Opponent panic swaps out to the Zamazenta, and we're getting this move off here. Massive damage. And the opponent kind of just sealed their fate here because what are they gonna do? Behemoth Bash. We tank that one. We can take another one. Bring it. Let's go. We farm it down with the Shadow Ball ready for the Groudon. Boom! Woo! Look at that. This team is money. Look at that. And we got the 5-0 too. Look at that. And the shiny Raichu, Alolan Raichu. Let's go. And a single camera shy didn't want to get caught. Still didn't want to get caught. Got to see the sparkle again. Raichu's iced out like me. Let's go. Alright. Zygarde in the lead. So we save swap into the Gholdengo this time. I didn't want to get hard punished with a Ho-Oh. They go for a crunch. And of course they get the debuff. That's what happens with Zygardes. It's scientifically proven. Oh! And we just take out the Ho-Oh entirely. See, that was a shadow, so it can't take even one power gem. And we still have health remaining on this Zygarde to get that shadow ball off. Let's go. And now we just have the alignment we want. And it's kind of check and mate right now. So opponent likely, yep, they full send the Earthquake. We shield that up. Opponent should be top left and very shortly. They know it's done, said and done. Yep, they got Kyurem in the back. They're toast. GG's. Opponent with a Gholdengo here. Maybe they've been, paying attention to the meta too. We'll see. We're gonna go ahead and get this Earth Power off. They shield it up. I don't know their moveset. They could have Dazzling Gleam for all I know. So I'm gonna shield this up. And they go for Focus Blast. Okay. I respect it. Now we have energy going into this Rhyperior here. And we just hard swap into the Zacian at this point because we know we're going to be met with the Gholdengo, so we can tank a few, we can tank many Mud Slaps here, get our health as low as possible. And they're just going for Break and Swipe City here. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I can get to the near back-to-back before tanking any more damage here, which we do. So they're going to actually come in with a Zekrom, which is, I think, a bad play right there on their part, but I'm not complaining. But now we come in with the Gholdengo. We are resisting the Dragon Breaths here. And we are going to tank the crunch. We barely survive, but we still have that shield ready for this opponent here. We got this Shadow Ball ready to go. Boom! And we are resisting the Dragon Breath, and we get to the move. Let's go. Boom! Let's go. Gholdengo closing it out. Rhyperior in the lead. This one is like I said before, Rhyperior is one of the ones that we were specifically setting out to counter. Garchomp does a little better job than Zekrom does here. So we're going to stay in this matchup, get that shield, and then we're going to try and catch a move, which we just did. Dink! Does nothing. Look at that. We're going to farm up heavy now. We're kind of in a range where we can farm them down, but we did get debuff once, which is unfortunate. We do get that farm down, and what do they come in with? They come in with the Kyurem. So can we get both of these moves off? There's one, there's two. Yep. Worked like a charm here. So now we get that shield. They are in the yellow at this point. We're gonna come in with Garchomp now. And I got scared, all right? I got scared. I don't have a Kyurem like that, so I don't know the counts really. It would have been cool to take that Fusion Bolt, but whatever. We're gonna finish this one out. It's over, the opponent doesn't know it. Behemoth Blade? Not scared. We hex it down. Kyurem coming back in. Got a couple bubbles just in case. Alright. Zygarde the next matchup. We save swap into the Gholdengo. Rinse, lather, repeat. It's just so fun seeing these, man. It's great. Alright. We take that crunch. They don't get the debuff this time. They come in with the Ho-Oh. I didn't see whether it was a shadow or not. See, it's a non-shadow, so we couldn't take it out. It's gonna flip switch if it doesn't shield, but it doesn't. All right, so we get shield, or I mean, we get switch advantage. So this is kind of really good for us here. And look at those Metal Claws. They're actually doing some considerable damage to this Zygarde. You really never see fast move pressure on Zygarde unless it's like ice or maybe even a fairy move, so it's pretty cool to see. We have a lot of energy now for this Rhyperior here. We trust that we can survive a few more mud slaps by going for the close combat, but we switched out just because we were taking so much damage. We can tank a few break and swipes. Of course, they get the debuff here, and we're going to let this one through. And okay, now the Zygarde comes back in. Unfortunately, with those debuffs, it's gonna make it difficult to take out here with the outrage, and they get that farm down. So, yikes. We're gonna have to. We know we let the crunch through, and they get the debuff. Oh no! If we can get to the double, we win. Did we just clutch that? No! We weren't at the double. No. So a little bit of bad luck there. Opponent had a 20% chance and they got it. You know, that's what a lot of our losses came down to. Just bad RNG as well as lots of lag. This game is lagging like crazy lately, guys. I'm sure it's happening to you guys as well. Just let me know in the comments. All right, Rhyperior in now. We're going for this Shadow Ball. They let it through. That does a lot of damage, which is great for us because we can get fast move pressure with our 2 remaining Pokemon here. We can tank a few moves. They actually have Surf, so they don't have Break and Swipe, it looks like. I guess they do that for the Mirror Rhyperior matchup. Catch the opponent by surprise, but that allows us to farm them down without expending another shield. We can go for this Outrage here. Opponent respects it. They're going to wish they hadn't, because they're going to get one shot either way. They go for that Fusion Bolt, does considerable damage, but we have an energy lead now on the Zacian. We can get this Behemoth Blade off, takes them out, and now we can go for this close combat for the win. Oh, opponent doesn't want that smoke. Let's go. GG's. All right. Origin Palkia in the lead. You know the deal. Save, swap, and Gholdengo now. We're learning. I could watch this a million times. Boom! Look at that damage. This time we throw in good timing so we can get that farm down. That's right. Minimal HP. Let's go. Getting a Shadow Ball on the road for the Palkia. Let's go. Love it. Love it. You know, what I've really been thinking about, though, is that this team really needs Best Buddy on Gholdengo. I haven't had it long enough to get it Best Buddy, so that's why the badge is on the Garchomp right now. But if you have a Best Buddy Hundo Gholdengo, you need to put the badge on the Gholdengo because it can definitely tank those Incinerates a little better, and that could make the difference between you flipping switch with a Ho-Oh or not. And speaking of lag earlier, you see that a whole mud slap goes through, and that's going to cost us the game. That literally cost us the game. We could have undercharged on that Rhyperior, gotten a little more energy to reach a move against the Palkia, and then we would have been able to take it out with the Zacian, but it didn't happen. Unfortunate. Oh well. Opponent comes in here with a hero form Zacian, and that is not the move, my friend. GoFest is not this upcoming weekend. It already happened, so you might be out of luck, bro. Anyways, they're gonna wild charge, and I forgot how much damage that does. That allows us to get the full farm down, and unfortunately, this Ho-Oh will only allow us to get to one move, so we go for the more damaging one. A lot of energy just went to waste. They throw immediately, though, giving us a free mud shot, so we'll take that. They go for the Brave Bird, which is questionable, but we'll take it. We're gonna go for the nuke against this Rayquaza. They let it through. I mean, they don't let it through. So now we're just gonna play out this. We resist everything. And look at that lag. Did you see that lag right there? If you didn't, just replay it and go see it. We could have gotten the Power Gem off before their last Breaking Swipe. We would have had the double up. And now that they got their debuff, it doesn't take them out. And now we suddenly have to use our last Power Gem against this Ho-Oh. And there's just not enough health for us to take out these 2 shields, unfortunately. I'm not going to give it away, I just gave it away actually, because it's just unfortunate. Like, that's another game that lag took away from us. It's just clear as day, man. Like, this game really needs some help right now. And they get the move to take us out. All lag right there. So, you're going to lose some games with this team. More likely than not due to lag once you figure this team out. So, I'd rather lose to lag than operator error, so there's that. And they let that move through, losing the entire Zacian. Shiny Zacian at that, so it was pretty cool. Whatever. Alright, so they come in now with their Zamazenta, and we just fully wall that thing, and then they got the Palkia, so pretty much the Yonkers team lineup, but different order. If you're going to run the Yonkers team, you got to put the Palkia in the lead, or else you're just going to get core broken immediately by this team. It's not a matter of if but when. So we go ahead and now bait them with the power gem because we can, and we're gonna go ahead and bank that move and get a gnarly farm down with the Zacian here. They don't have Fire Blast, luckily. GG's. Yeah, I believe the Yonkers team has Fire Blast on the Palkia, so sometimes you'll see me shielding up an Aqua Tail. It's because I'm respecting the Fire Blast. Anyways, we're gonna get this Earth Power now into this shiny Zacian. I promise you it's not, it's a different battle. There's just, people are just using the same thing, you know, in every battle that I play. This opponent's using a Kyogre, which is kind of, you know, less than ideal because they're doing neutral damage across the board, but we still take it out. No big deal. And then they come back in with their Zacian, which is crazy because we can take that with Behemoth Blade. Let's go. No problem. Now the opponent is energy dry, and we have a great matchup with our Garchomp here. We're gonna farm. We're gonna over farm here. We're gonna go ahead and Behemoth Blade or shield up the Behemoth Blade. We held on to our energy because if they close combated, then, you know, we'd have a chance to farm them down and have a lot of energy going into the Zamazenta, but that's fine. We're still able to throw our energy here, get that shield. Now we got the Zacian, and there's really not much they can do. The CP differential between Zamazenta and Zacian is wild. We got like almost 6,000 CP, and they're only like 4,500, so if you got one Pokemon this weekend, either between a Zacian and a Zamazenta, hopefully got the Zacian because it's just much better. Alright, we got some spice here with the King Gambit. I really need one of these. I caught a rank 2 King Gambit for Little Cup over the weekend, so it's going to be fun building that thing up. But hopefully we'll get a cup where I can actually use it, because right now it's the elemental ones. Anyways, I really don't want this seeing my Gholdengo at all, so I really need to take this out with the Garchomp and hope we can close with our remaining Pokemon. They let it through, and then they have a Rayquaza, so we're just going to hard swap into the Zacian now. I'm not playing any games here. They either have something to counter or they don't. They got a Zacian of their own, so luckily we hard swapped and we have the energy lead on them now. And we can go Behemoth Blade and be ahead because now we can just shield this up and we don't have any danger of being farmed down. They go for the full Behemoth Blade, actually clearing up their energy. And now we can have this comfortable end game matchup where we have a shield. And if they want to come back in with the Rayquaza at any time, I'll be happy to greet them with a Power Gem. So we're looking pretty good right here. Taking them out with the Shadow Ball. Got that Power Gem ready. Let's see how much this does when we're not debuffed. Yeah, that's what I thought. And we mud shot them down for the BM. Let's go. I saw that there was 1 HP left. I'm like, all right, I'm taking this. All right, look at that. We save swap our Gholdengo, and we're in a really sweet matchup. You've seen this played out many a time, but I'm here to convince you that this team is the way. So if you're not convinced yet, type it in the comments that you're not convinced yet, because I'm curious to see who's not convinced yet. Yeah. Get that shield right there. Oh, and they farm us down, which is rough. We're gonna come with the Garchomp here. We'll shield once. If they have play rough, we don't want to. Oh, we take it. We're getting risky. Okay. Now we have this amazing matchup here. Their Palkia on our Zacian. We're gonna tank that Aqua Tail right there. And tank another one. Now we can start getting serious about throwing. We farm up to 100 energy, and now we're gonna let it rip. We actually undercharge here. The perfect undercharge. Actually, no, it's not. We're fine to give one shield though. We're fine. Because they come in now with their Zacian, we farm it down, and we get to the Earth Power before we get Ice Fang down. Let's go. See, I guess that's where our Best Buddy ribbon actually came in handy. I know I've been saying use it on Gholdengo, but I think the Best Buddy allowed us to tank that second Ice Fang, so it worked out, you know. Either one's fine, but Gholdengo will be the way to go. All right. Do we have another Yonkers team in our hands? If we do the save swap, we're going to find out. They're staying in, though, so interesting twist. The opponent usually swaps with their hard counter, but they're staying in, and I don't know if I like this, to be honest. And we're going to go ahead and shield one Aqua Tail because they kind of do a decent amount of damage, but they get to another one. The problem with this is that they outpace us to their Aqua Tails, I believe. So that's usually what we're banking on. But they let it through, and they have a zamazenta, and we're able to get that shadow ball off before it being farmed down. So that is really good. We're gonna come in now with our garchomp here. We're gonna go ahead and take this behemoth bash. Luckily, the opponent is running Metal Claw. If they were running Ice Tank, I would have come in with the Zacian. They go for their close combat, and they're debuffed now. And we're gonna hopefully try to get a full farm down here now that they've debuffed themselves. They go for a behemoth bash, and now they have their own Zacian. So not ideal here because a behemoth bash will take us out. And I believe they might have gone for close combat. They did, but we survive on perhaps 1 HP, taking them out. So we switch out now, and can we get the farm down? No! Ooh, so close. But that one was just a legitimate, the opponent won that one, outplayed us right there by staying in long with the Palkia. GG's. I respect that. Now opponent has a Primarina in here, so I respect the spice as well. But we got a shield here, and we actually made sure to stay in for one fast move with the Garchomp to see if it had Waterfall, because since it had Waterfall, that's a good matchup for us to stay in. And hold on a second. Boom! Let's go! Let's go. Opponent throws their move now. I'm cool with letting that through, honestly, because they've triple debuffed their defense now. We can go for that resisted mud shot down. That energy is going to go a long way. Throwing good timing, naturally. They let it through. What did we catch? A Hydro Cannon. That would have been so cool if we caught a Disarming Voice, but the opponent has a Gholdengo in the back. Yikes. See, there's some people out there that are doing their homework, and they just took us out. This is not good. I gotta respect it, I guess. But they're running Power Gem and we just got baited. Ouch. Got a taste of my own medicine on that one. Yikes. Yo, massive respect though. GG's, man. You got your props for that one. That's cool. Alright. Gholdengo now. They come in with the zamazenta. I don't know what these opponents are thinking. I mean, they don't really have much of an option. Like, the only option is what you saw in that other game, and it's, staying in with the Palkia, but no one wants to, stay in a matchup where they're doing resisted damage with their fast moves, so I get it, but, what's the Zamazenta gonna do? It's another Behemoth Bash we take. Man, and we have enough health now to where we may be able to get to a move. No. That would have been wishful thinking. Maybe if I was best buddy, we could have. Who knows? But anyways, we're in a pretty sweet matchup here. I do not want to get fire blasted. All right, you can have my shield, but you ain't getting my second shield. Aqua Tail, we can tank it. 100 energy. Here we go. Boom! Clear that debuff. Oh, we're looking real good here. We get to that move first. Oh, an opponent did not see that coming. Bye. GG's. Rinse, lather, repeat. And I apologize if it seems like you're seeing the same battle over and over, but that is just what we're seeing in the meta right now. So that's just what it is. I'm trying to convince you simply of what team to use, and if you're convinced already, by all means you can stop watching and continue your battles. Where I'm at right now, there's still about 2 hours left of this Master League before the league switch over, so get them battles in if you haven't. But if you want to stick for the vibes, I don't blame you either. Alright, so we take that close combat now. We can go for that farm down, but the opponent switches out to the Palkia. Boom! See you later, Palkia. They have a Dialga in the back. I didn't see too many of these. Palkia is just kind of outclassing Dialga at this point, but opponent didn't throw any energy. They probably knew better. We take him out too. Top lefts. GG's. Shiny Zamazenta. That one has Ice Fang, so we're dipping. But opponent's staying in, so we're cool. They want to get a move off, desync that switch clock even more, be my guest. Throw out 100 energy, get to this next Shadow Ball right away. Love it. The pacing on Hex is great. The increased damage on Hex from update like a couple seasons ago, really clutch too. Oh, we got a Dragonite here. Do they know? Nope. Let's go. I came in with the Zacian, the opponent only knew about the Garchomp. So you throw that triple resisted Dragon Claw, let's go. We're gonna go ahead and just throw this move ASAP. The opponent's gonna shield. They're not. I don't know what, yeah, exactly, bye. You're supposed to use your shields, dude. All right, Zacian in the lead here. This is where we wanna see it too. We wanna see it anywhere with this team. Like, we own Zacian. Probably the toughest matchup for me with Zacian is my own Zacian. Oh, look at that. Caught the play rough, let's go. And they got a Giratina in here. What is this doing here? And I like the pacing of Hex so much that I decided to shield up the obvious Ominous Wind. So I think we can get a shield here. I think we can get to another move too. Yeah, that's right. This opponent knows their counts as well. No, actually, they had no shields. Never mind. I was about to give you some credit. I take it back. All right, so now we know this is probably going to be the Shadow Ball. We can tank it. Don't matter. Our CP is so high. And then they come in with their Zacian trying to catch a move here. We're able to overfarm, go for that close combat, save energy, and get that nice little farm down. Come back in with the Giratina here. I see an opportunity. I don't want to get Shadow Balled, so we shield that up. And now we get that farm down because they're switch locked. And then they have Necrozma in the back. And we have a lot of energy. 1 Earth Power. 2 Earth Power. Let's go. Boom! Next match. Got Kieran Black. They switch out. So my guess is they have Shadow Claw on there. Opponent lets us get to our move first. Shadow Ball, we get that shield. They might have been afraid of the Dazzling Gleam. We can tank one move here. We shielded just in case, because we already had one shield, so we'll see what they want to do here. They let it through. They do! And we barely cannot get that farm down, but we know we... Oh, they Draco! Props to the opponent. That's crazy. Anyways, we get to this outrage before the opponent gets to their move. They give us that last shield. We tried to catch a move here. Did we catch the freeze shock? No, they went for Fusion Bolt, of course. Now they have Zacian in the back, and we're gonna go for this Behemoth Blade. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Yes, it does. And the opponent's they're not gonna let us farm us down without throwing. They close combat. We'll take that free mud shot worth of energy, and we know that we can outpace here. Sorry guys, I had to shield again. I didn't want to get freeze shocked, alright? Froze shocked, whatever. The outrage takes them out, GG's. Alright. Look at that. Another 5-0. This time it's a spoink. Whatever. But see, we're getting 5-0s with this team. We're just sweeping people. We're clearing people. Let's go. I got like 200 plus elo with this team. It works. Opponent takes the Earth Power. Catch the move. Get the Hex in. Let's go. And they got the Ho-Oh thinking they're in the clear. We throw on good timing too. 3 hexes to 2 incinerates. Boom! Let's go. Oh, we did not get damage registration error there. That would have been awesome. That's okay. Their Ho is pretty much done. We don't want to take a Sacred Fire here. They go for Brave Bird. Whatever. Now we have this amazing matchup with the Palkia. You know how this goes. Just chilling right now. We decided to throw in early. I didn't want to farm over 100 energy. You could argue I should have gone for the Behemoth Blade right there, but that's fine. We switched out, cleared that debuff, and they Spatial Rend us. But that's fine, because we got a nice farm down. so we can... Yep, and then we Metal Claw down the Ho-Oh for the win. GG's. Alright, Ho-Oh in the lead now. So we'll stay in this matchup here. It's always tricky because it's a question of whether or not they bait off the bat. We're going to throw on not the most ideal timing, but we didn't want to farm over 100 energy. Opponent throws on alignment, which we'll take. They have farmed over 100 energy, I believe. We'll take that. They have Brave Bird, so now this Earth Power will take them out if it lands, which it does. And now they come with the Palkia, so now we do the same thing. We're going to save swap. Now they only have one Pokemon in the back. So there was a little bit of stutter lag right there, so we might have missed out on CMP tying them. Actually, no, we did. Never mind. We're going to get the Shadow Ball off. We get the shield, and the opponent is going to have to throw energy in order to take us out. They choose not to, and as a result, we get this second Shadow Ball off. And oh, they got a Zacian in the back, and they don't farm us down in time. Come on, trainer. We get that Shadow Ball off. Let's go. And we had some energy remaining on our Garchomp here, so we're going to go ahead and get that off right here. We get that last shield. And this is just GG's. We're going to let the opponent throw their energy. They debuff themselves. Let me go for this farm down if the game will let me get my fast moves in. You know, that's a huge if these days, but we're going to go ahead and shield that up. Opponent has a move left over. Doesn't do anything. We get that free farm right there. Opponent knows it's over. GG's. Rhyperior in the lead now. A purified one. I don't want to get returned out here. Come on. No return policy. Alright. Getting that Earth Power off. Oh, yeah, I should have tried. I should have save swapped and caught that, but whatever. It's fine. If we can knock out a Rhyperior, it's a good time in my book. Alright. Throw on CMP Tide. This is a Dragon Tail Palkia, it looks like. Yep. So we don't have to. You know, we're just gonna go ahead and let them get this move through. And we are just triple resisting these Dragon Tails. They are doing nothing. That's fine. We can let this Aqua Tail through. Now they just have a Ho-Oh in the back. And this is kind of tricky because we don't have a clear answer to Ho-Oh. The Garchomp is really hurt right now. But what we're going to do here is shield this up. I know we can survive. We defer the Incinerate on the Garchomp. Remember that, y'all. So now that they've debuffed themselves, these Earth Powers can take them out. I don't have to worry about throwing an Outrage here. They throw another Brave Bird here. They try to go for a catch here or to clear their debuff, and that allows me to get to another Earth Power. We survive that Incinerate on minimal HP, and they can take me out. That's fine, because I got that move loaded. Remember, I deferred the Incinerate. I built up to the close combat here, so I take them out, and they got no health left on their Palkia. We got a huge win. GG's, man. All right, we got a Shadow Annihilate in the lead. What is this doing here? So they only throw after 6 counters. I know this isn't a nice punch. I can take it, which is fine. They're trying to boost themselves up. I get it. We're going to get this quick shield here. And we're going to save swap into the Gholdengo. And we are melting this Annihilate with our hexes. They're doing resisted damage with the counters. So this is the Pokemon to take that damage on. We get that Shadow Ball. We get their last shield here too. We're going to go ahead and shield this up. We don't want to take a Rage Fist. Question is, can we get that farm down? Yes! Whew. We needed every bit of that damage increase from a couple seasons ago on Hex. And we get to the second Shadow Ball. Let's go, man! Boom! And then they got Zacian in the back, or Zamazenta. Let's go. So all we gotta do now is build up to the close combat and let her rip. Opponent throws their Behemoth Blade. We'll let that go first just in case this doesn't take it out, but I think it's gonna. Boom! Well, actually, okay. Yeah, they're pretty beefy. So I'm glad that we let them throw one Behemoth Bash first. All right, and now we can just farm this thing down. Let's go, man. GG's. And I think this is the final match. Let's go. Ho-Oh in the lead, a purified one at that. So we're going to build up to that Outrage. Again, we throw after, I believe, 9 Mud Shots. We catch that move. Let's go. We caught the Brave Bird. They didn't go Sacred Fire. Let's go. And then we have a Crown Zacian coming in. Throwing on good timing. Got lots of energy. They throw in alignment, so I might be inclined to shield this. Nope, we're going to let it go. That's fine. It did its job. It absorbed all the blows, so what we can do now is get some energy on the Zacian here. There might have been some lag right there. We might have been denied. I have to go back and look. We shield that up. Then they come in with their palkia, which is interesting. I'm totally, don't have a problem with that. So we're going to go ahead and get this close combat off. We're going to clear that debuff. We're going to come in now with the garchomp here. And they're going to spatial rend and take us out. So it's all up to Zacian. Can we do it? We're going to go ahead and get this close combat off right here. The opponent decides to shield it up, which is actually amazing. And they switch out, allowing us to get this close combat up before the incinerate register. So we have a lot of health remaining. Obviously, we're going to shield this up now. And the question is, can we beat them to the next? And they go for spatial rend, which is really weird. Really weird. But that allows me to overfarm. Taking them out. And then they got Zacian in the back, and we farm it down. G to the G to the G. Alright, y'all. Those are the battles. If you made it with me this far, thank you so much. Don't think it goes unappreciated. I'm looking at the analytics after every video, trying to figure out what I can do better to make this more entertaining for you. And you guys have certainly answered the bell. The last video was the best by far. You guys killed it with the views, killed it with the watch time. I love every bit of it. Let me know what I can do better. Let me know what you want to see. I'll do all of that. But I wanted to get this video out to you. I know Master League is just about over or already over depending on where you're watching from, but we get Master League back in 2 weeks. And I wanted you to see this showcase so that way you can see what Gholdengo can do. Because I think it's safe to say that was the MVP of this team. I guess the Niantic / Scopely knew that this would happen with the crown forms coming in. And they're like, there's gonna be a lot of ho-hos coming in. And we're gonna give Power Gem to Gholdengo so we can counter those on the save swap. I don't know. But anyways, Gholdengo's the MVP here. And I'm giving you this video now so that way you can get your coin bags up and try to get that hundo. You got 2 weeks to do it. I know you can do it. And we also got the Pokemon Go 9th birthday event right now. And I believe you can get shiny gimme ghouls that evolve into Gholdengos. So if shiny Gholdengo is your thing, Shundo Gholdengo, by all means, go out there and get it. Hopefully I was able to convince you of this team. I know the video is long enough, but I wanted to give you overwhelming evidence, and I believe I had done that. So, you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, and if someone asks you where you got this team from, you can tell them you got it from Beebs. And with that, I'm out. Peace.